I won't back down. Won't back down. Do, 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 do. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. As Street Life would say, good morning, boys. Hope everybody's having a good morning here. Start your day the rosy way with a few laughs and good times here. Oh, anybody catch the little elbow serenade? Oh, I'm happy. I'm happy when I'm shoveling shit too, you know. This guy would pretend he's happy shoveling shit out of outhouses. Oh, man. Life is beautiful, guys. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. A couple days till the boys come. Very excited about that. I'm just getting that coffee. Oh, that stupid thing. Sorry about that, guys. We disconnected there. I've already been out and about for a while today. As Street Life would say, good morning, boys. Good morning, boys. I hope everybody's having a good one. What's up, Real? What's up, CJ? Yeah, we're going to tear into that a little bit today. I think I'll handle that first. Given a choice between CJ and Elbo, yeah, I'll take CJ. CJ actually looks like he's from the same species. Be flattered, CJ. You just can't stop talking about us, man. It's just like this is the beauty. This is the beauty of having the ruby slippers, man. And I'll get into that in a bit. Just having my morning coffee. Watching the markets plunge today. What are we down? 750 points on the Dow. And just in time for Elbo to hit the work world. There's always that ironic twist. You know, life has a way, karma has a way of dishing things out in spades. And if you ever saw the movie, The Magnificent Ambersons, starring Joseph Cotton, a very young and beautiful Anne Baxter, Agnes Moorehead, who played Endora on Bewitched, probably the most underrated actress in the history of Hollywood. The end of that movie, when little Georgie was getting his payback, man, the announcer said, I guess it was Orson Welles was doing the narration, and Orson Welles is saying, you know, poor little Georgie, he got his comeuppance. And he just kept getting it, and it just came to comeuppance until it overflowed, man. Cry me a river. I'm in the work world. Well, welcome to it, man. 46 years of shoveling other people's shit in life, right? Welcome to it, man. Now, we know how pissed off you are. You know, yeah, I mean, you're always going to talk about Rosie because that's always the content, right? Rosie, 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 Rosie. Well, let me tell you something, bro. You're in that work world now. You're working that short-term contract, labor-ready job, working at night. Tearing out and getting ready for a remodel on an office space, commercial space, man. I hope that you are enjoying it. You know what the rest of us did? For 20, 30, 40, 50 years, we worked our fingers to the bone, man. While you were sitting there, lounging around like the queen that you are, like the Queen of Sheba that you are. In that van, brother. Thank you, Kitten Cat. Rosie O'Corleone. Good morning to you, Kitten Cat. And the greatest joy in my life is that I had the ruby slippers. We'll get into that. What the hell are those ruby slippers? So I want to tell you, brother, yeah, I might have been given the royal boot from my family, okay? And they might have been dragged through hell here on YouTube, which they were. But your uncle, when your father died, your uncle couldn't wait. He didn't even wait an hour to boot you off the property, man. Give you the royal boot. That's how welcome you were. You were welcome like a fresh turd on a meadow, man. Right there. Just hit the road, Jack. Hit the road, Jack. Crying and sobbing with tears in your eyes, hitting the road. Let me tell you something else, brother. Yeah, I got my phone snatched in Las Vegas, but you know what, man? That guy snuck out up on me out of nowhere and had the element of surprise. You stood on the streets with Quinn with two N's and me when the scene was wide open in the light, man. And everybody could see what was unfolding. You cut and run, man. You left me to handle Quinn, and I handled shit, man. I handled it. They rolled up on you at the Forest Preserve, and you so so at each and every point, you've demonstrated the cowardice that you possess at every point in life. And it's a shame. Now, you can convince people, you can try to convince people that you're as happy as you've ever been. But people see right through that, man. They know that your world was turned upside down, not because of something that I did. I just had the ruby slippers, that's all. But because of something that you did. You will, because you might have been the dirtiest player in the game on social media. But let me tell you one thing, brother, you weren't the smartest player in the game. And you proved that at each and every turn, year in and year out. When it comes to evolution and being a real man, you didn't have the intellectual chops to evolve, okay? And that's the top line on that. So, here's our top lines for today. Hey, Shemay, here's our top lines for today. You're still watching me on YouTube. And that gives me a, that gives me a cold shiver. That gives me a cold shiver up my spine. You follow me to G Mangos' panel? Yeah, I took a night off last night. Went on G's panel. It's like old times, man. Had a great time on panel with him. You looking at my videos, who's hanging out on the rancho. You know why? Because I always matter to you and on YouTube here, right? Keep watching, brother. It's going to get better coming up. Now, today I'm looking around 808 points down on the Dow. It's in free fall. Ladies and gentlemen, the terrain of the world is changing rapidly, preparing for 2021. It's going to be a dog-eat-dog world out there. Many of you, most of you have gone to great steps to secure your future, to put in your time ham and egging, to do the things you needed to do so that you weren't a leech on society. Well, you know the old fable, right? Right? The hell was it? Aesop's fable? The little rabbits are out having a good time. While one of the squirrels is smart enough, chipmunks, to squirrel the nuts away. You didn't do anything, man. So your labor-ready jobs... I'm happy that you do it, man. I'm happy you're working. I'm happy when you get that paycheck and you see 4 little letters on there, FICA, FICA withholding. Ooh. Federal tax withheld. Oh! It's almost orgasmic. It almost is. Then state and local, and if you're real lucky in the city of Chicago, you get that little piggyback local withholding on top of that. I'll tell you, like the song says, when I think about that, I could have danced all night. It just makes me so happy that for the first time in 6 years, you're going to be putting something back in the system besides being a taker. And when you go to file and you want to get those overpaid taxes back, guess what's going to happen? Those dominoes at the Internal Revenue Service are going to go click, 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 click. They'll be like, where the hell did this guy come from? And you're going to get some of those glorious love letters from the IRS. Dear, greetings. How you doing, Cab? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm just on a bit of a rant today. Life has a way of karma paying back. Okay? So there's all kinds of triggering events that are going to be occurring in the future. So, let's figure it this way. They have a saying in China that the needle can't be sharp at both ends. And like most Chinese sayings, they're very smart. They stand the test of thousands of years. What does that mean, that the needle can't be sharp at both ends? It means this, brother. You can't tell people you're happy and everything is going great in your world. You're going to have money in your pocket for chasing down those hoes in San Luis and down in Mexicali and Los Algodones and Tijuana, while you're sitting on there being angry at the world, the Rosies, the handsome CJEs of Real Stream News. Sorry, brother, the needle can't be sharp at both ends. Well, I know which side of the needle is sharp. And that's the side of the needle that says, welcome to the workaday world, man. Welcome to the workaday world. So you can sit there and you can shoot off your big mouth like you always do, and you can scream and holler at the top of your lungs. But there ain't a person in the world that believes at this moment in time that you are happy, okay? So you can try to convince yourself. You can convince, quote, your real life friends, of which we never see on YouTube, amazingly. And enjoy all that happiness just gives me a shiver. And you want to talk about Real Stream News? Real Stream News. Let me tell you about Real Stream News. This is a guy that goes out and gets it no matter what the story is. I don't care whether it's rich life. You may hate it. You may love it, brother. But that's what the guy does. And he built his channel to a bigger point than yours is. Now, I know I've always been a lightning rod on YouTube because I was always the mountain that you could never climb on YouTube. Because about you, it's all about you want to be the best at everything. Well, you define best as stepping over top of other people, as insulting other people, as degrading women on a daily basis on YouTube with your screwed up ideas of MGTOW, courtesy of Tom Likas and these other idiots. that are basically bitter guys that can't get laid. Okay? So what does MGTOW become? It becomes men grabbing their own wieners. That's what it is. MGTOW, men grabbing their own wieners. Why? Because there's not a woman in the world that would grab it for them. And that's the bottom line. So you can run that philosophy. You can pretend that's a go. But at the end of the day, man, remember what you'll be paying for in Mexico. Well, maybe, maybe not. In theory, a woman. Okay? In theory. Okay? MGTOW. MGTOW. What a world of MGTOW. Men grabbing their own wieners. I mean, are you serious? But you know what? You know what? Yeah, MGTOW. That's right, Shimei. The lack of respect. And I've said it before. Right now, doing the labor ready, that's cool. You know, people keep me informed what's going on, just like you watch me. Okay? You keep doing that labor ready. Those jobs, maybe that'll make a man out of you down there. But I will tell you what, my greatest hope in life is that you have a job. You apply for a job where you have a young female who is your boss, and dare I say, because of the racism that you engender constantly, I hope she's black. Okay? Because that would be very fitting in your world. And that would be payback for a lot of us. We don't see things as color. We see things as people. We see women as women. We see bosses as bosses, and we hope that we can get along with them and do the very best we can. So we can go, as the Chinese say, like a smooth ball. Huacho, like a smooth ball through life with no friction. See, normal people don't wake up in the morning with the thoughts of color. They don't wake up in the thoughts of describing people by, well, it was two black guys at the store. Well, it was two Mexicans or two young lesbians, blah, blah, blah. You betray the racism at each and every point along the way when you do that. I'm not the first one that's pointed it out. But I am the one that helped you to the exit door on YouTube. Okay? Because I had the ruby slippers, and I sat here for years on YouTube. And I built my channel, and some people will say it was bought, the bitter people. But the people that have been on here for years will know it's always a slow climb. And buying subs does nothing to help you over the long run because they don't watch. Nor do bought views help you any. It's meaningless on YouTube. It's a waste of time. But I will tell you this. I finally found out, and I don't bother people. I've never struck anybody on YouTube. I've never dropped a flag on people on YouTube because I'm pretty much a live and let live kind of person. But when I contacted YouTube to help save my own channel, of which you illegally struck with one main channel of yours and two illegal channels of yours, in my desperation, for the first time in years, I put a letter email into YouTube help, and bam, just like that, Derek comes back. Rosie, I'm your angel. I'm your good witch Glinda of the North. Remember the Wizard of Oz, the beautiful good witch Glinda? The one that looks like she was tripped out on mushrooms or something. Oh, right. Derek was my good witch Glinda. And you know what Derek told me? Have no fear, Rosie. Have no fear, Hosey. Your salvation is here. And I said, what am I going to do? You know, this guy is an agent of destruction and has been for years here on YouTube. You know what Derek says? I know. He's been flagged, as he said, he's been flagged a few times. It's like, whoa, what? Really? Why would anybody flag that content? And I said, I don't know what to do. I'm being struck multiple times with my own live stream from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And isn't it all ironic, ladies and gentlemen, that all the pieces of the jigsaw puzzle always seem to come back together? I do a stream in Wisconsin, you end up in Wisconsin. You're in Wisconsin when they pull the plug. Isn't that ironic how the universe and karma sort of pay back? That Wisconsin, for me, was the greatest thing in 2020, and for you, it was the worst. Oh, Wisconsin, let's all be cheeseheads. Da, 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 da. I love Wisconsin, man. I'm going to be an honorary Wisconsin Badger, okay? But you know what Derek told me on that day, late August of 2020? He told me, Rosie, you've always had the power. You have X number of subscribers now. You always have the door open here, and you have the ruby slippers. And I'm like, could you explain that? Just like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz, tromping through all this time, dealing with lowlifes, a lowlife like him, and never realizing that it would be rather easy to extract a leech like that from society. Well, as I told you guys, I'm not the one to do those type of things. I'm not the one. I'm live and let live on YouTube. Okay? But when you come and try to take my channel for no other reason than pure outright jealousy, because you could never climb this mountain. I always had triple the subscribers of you, triple the view count of you, and we both started at about the same time. But unlike you, hey, that's just a byproduct. That's just a number. That's just something that YouTube counts. I don't come on my live streams. How many people I got watching now, Joni? How many people we got watching now, Joni? How many people watching this hangout? How many views did I get? Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. So I just clicked my ruby slippers, the heels. Send him out. Send him out. Give him the royal boot. Gone. Scams, spams, bullying on YouTube. Illegally trying to co-opt other people's content on YouTube, not only to claim it as your own, but also to copy and paste that address bar, that live stream in Milwaukee, and try to claim that as your own through other multiple fake accounts. You know what? YouTube doesn't take kindly to that. Like a bug. So you keep being your big mouth. I'm glad I'm living rent-free in your head 24/7. Every day You're swinging that sledgehammer and knocking out those partitions in those buildings and doing that labor ready. Just think of me, okay? Think of me. I didn't go through life lazy. I didn't go through life like bitter grapes and tell people 6 years ago and 5 years ago and 4 years ago, I feel sorry for you ham and eggers. Answering to the man every single day. And thumbs up, guys, if you're enjoying this stream today. Answering to the man every single day as if we're dumbbells to be ham and eggers out there. Getting up in the morning, getting cleaned up, working as nurses, doctors, pharmacists, technicians, restaurant owners, shop owners, working in automotive industry, all the jobs that you guys do out there, government jobs, as if we're the suckers in society. Well, guess who's the sucker now? Who's sorry now? Who's sorry now? You hated all the ham and eggers, who? Now you're one now. Gotta be up early. Ain't your hair curly? Ooh. Ham and egging, now that's what you do. Who's sorry now? Who's bitter now? If that's happy, I don't want any, 'cause it sure looks crappy to me. Who did I miss there? Jackie, thank you. Thank you. Speaking facts. Thank you, Jackie. How you doing, Bean Sprout? Let's keep it real, guys. Let's be real. Let's be something that he could never be in the history of YouTube, which is an honest person. Okay? Ain't none of us ever got up. Well, I can't say that. Maybe you're an artist out there. Maybe you're the kind of person that just loves what you do on a daily basis. For me, I love social media. It's fun. But I knew, and you guys knew, thank you, Penny. I knew and you guys knew that we had to contribute. We had to work. Now, some of us, unfortunately, some of you out there, through misfortunes and other things, you've dealt with debilitating disabilities, and life has been very difficult for you. And you come here on YouTube, and yes, you should be loved and supported here on YouTube, because you're not diminished in my eyes because of the burdens that you carry on your back through disabilities, whatever they are, mental health disabilities, physical disabilities and limitations. Some of you have dealt with horrendous loss of loved ones that I know personally in the community and have shared their stories with me. A tremendous loss. This is not intended for you. But the rest of us that were out there pounding it on the daily and working our asses off, we've finally been vindicated on YouTube. We've finally been vindicated, and now in the kingdom of Ashur. Thank you, Joan Ann Smith, thank you. In the kingdom of Ashur, which has always been the weirdest kingdom on YouTube. Why? Because the peasants live better than the king, right? Think about that. The only kingdom in the history of the world where the peasants live better than the king. Most of us have been contributing for years. And if we can't physically contribute, either through physical disabilities or mental incapacitations or challenges, mental health issues, still out there being supportive and kind to other people in the community, which is amazing to me, because you have your anonymity and nobody need know who you are, and you can still come on here and be positive and supportive, which absolutely blows me away. When you think of what YouTube could be and the horror pit that it could be, it's pretty amazing that we have what we have now. But most of us have worked for that. We pay our own bills. We pay our own health insurance bills. We're responsible. We don't go into hospitals for jock itch. Walk out the door and take the $1,000 hospital bill, and tear it into a million pieces and just throw it behind us. Just throw it behind us. We're responsible people. We do the right thing. So when we see somebody come along that has fought the system, hated the players in the system, chumps, suckers, isn't that what we were? Chumps and suckers? Chumps and suckers on YouTube and working in the world. Chumps and suckers for being ham and eggers? And now, you don't need to depend on YouTube. You don't need to depend on social media for your money. Well, guess what, brother? Welcome to my world. The difference between me and you is I contributed something to society. You contributed nothing. Nothing on society. No benefit whatsoever. You were the ultimate user in the history of YouTube. And you got your just rewards. And they will keep, as the Magnificent Ambersons, that wonderful movie by Orson Welles says at the end, you get your comeuppance over and over and over till your cup overfloweth. So if I don't miss my guess, you could talk about rolling down to old Mexico and whatever. But you know what? It ain't going to taste the same. Right? It's going to taste different now because it's on your own dime. And you're going to feel tired. You're going to feel like it just ain't the same living on other people's dime and living on my own. We all have that dream, right? Oh, I get my first job. I'm going to be free. I'm going to go out partying Friday nights. Yeah, I'm going to get laid I'm going to get laid. I got jingle in my pocket. Well, so what? So do most other people out there that you're trying to meet. Now, just on the 1% chance that I'm wrong, which has happened on YouTube many times, if you're happy, here's the other side of the coin. If you are truly happy, then you owe me the biggest thank you in the history of YouTube. Instead of cases of butter beans and Granger catalogs and boxes of dog shit being sent here, right? All because of you. Maybe with all your money, you should get a dozen red roses and send them to the rancho and say, thank you, Rosie, for turning me into a real man. Because as Bergs would say, I'm happy. Right? I'm happy now. If that's the case, then you should be thanking me in life. You should be giving me the biggest thank you for clicking the heels of my ruby slippers and giving you this reward that you are now happy about. Right? What's up, Sean? How you doing? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the bottom line. Now, I'm not going to sit here and wait for my doorbell to ring, of which I don't have a functioning doorbell. But you know what? My life is going to roll on because I do have friends in the real world, friends that I met on YouTube, people I love. Missy Jen that still love me as much as she ever did, still communicates with me every single day. No matter what you may think of what your power is, you, in the annals of YouTube, were the most powerless individual of all. You shaped no minds. You influenced no one. You controlled no one. You just demonstrated at the end of the day that you were the biggest user in the history of YouTube. Using people, using me for content, using Tasha for content, using Coach for content, Laura's Hope. I love Laura. All the people that you used along the way for content. My man, you got your just rewards. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to close out this stream. I'm going to go live on the Rosie Murphy channel and enjoy my breakfast. I welcome all of you to come over there for the post-game show if you care to enjoy. And CJ, in closing, let me tell you this. CJ, you've had your ups and downs. You've had your ups and downs. You've done some stuff that I haven't always agreed with. I've done stuff that people on here haven't always agreed with. Stupid stuff. But you know what you and I have in common, CJ, that the man in the can does not have in common, Elbo? You and I have looked at this camera, into this camera, and repeatedly apologized to the people out there for people that I have hurt or people that have been hurt because of my channel that are friends of mine and things. And you've done the same thing. You've manned up and you've had the balls to say, I'm sorry, and to continue on with your platform. Not just to say sorry, but to go on and prove by your actions and what you do that you're on a higher plane. There's no crime in liking drama. There's no crime in being a person that is a conglomerator and an agglomerator of drama. People like to talk about it. People enjoy it. Don't be ashamed of it. You know what? You don't have to explain to people your job, your means of support. You're on here enjoying. But not once in all of the years that I knew. And I cut him off in February, blocked him and cut him off forever. And he whined about my moderators and he couldn't come on my stream and he hated my moderators. And his jealousy of me was just over the top. But not once in all the years did I ever hear that person one time apologize on YouTube. So CJ, you and I share that common bond. That's why you have my respect. That's why I love Holly, and I always will, because Holly's a real person. I don't care what Holly's background is. I don't care. I care about her physical well-being and things. But at the end of the day, she's a stand-up person too. And I can't help it if Fat Boy is just mad that he didn't get every penny of Norm F's donations. And isn't that what it really comes down to? And I'll always love Holly. You know what? And you're another person, Elbo, that drove Holly away from my channel for months while you were around. Because I guess she had better friggin' sense than I did. The end of the day. Have a good one, everybody. Have a good one. Remember, click those magic slippers, those ruby slippers together. Good things can happen to you. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like labor ready. Have a good day, everybody.